For nearly 2 centuries, the British Raj stood as the crown jewel of the British Empire. But by 1947, the sun was finally beginning to set. In the grand halls of power, the transition was marked by the slow, solemn lowering of the Union Jack, signaling the end of an era. Behind closed doors, British officers were already carving up the future of a nation. They used quills and maps to decide the fate of millions. Outside, the streets of the 1940s were a cauldron of activity. The contrast between colonial grandeur and the growing unrest of the people was stark. At the heart of the resistance were figures who had become symbols of hope. Jawaharlal Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi stood united before the masses. The movement for independence was not just a local struggle. It was deeply tied to the global upheaval of the Second World War. Britain, though victorious in war, was economically shattered. The cost of maintaining a vast colony across the ocean had become an impossible burden. As the British prepared to leave, internal divisions deepened. The vision of a single united India was increasingly challenged by the demand for Pakistan. The ideological rift between Jinnah and Nehru grew wider. Every document and every map became a battlefield for the identity of the subcontinent. Tensions soon spilled into the streets. The Direct Action Day saw a darkening of the social fabric, as communal divides became physical barriers. The weight of history rested on a few signatures. In a quiet room, the Indian Independence Act was signed, changing everything forever. Then came the Radcliffe Line. Borders were drawn across the heart of Punjab and Bengal, separating families, homes, and centuries of shared history. What followed was a human tide. 15 million people found themselves on the wrong side of a new border, triggering the largest migration in history. At the stroke of midnight, as the world slept, India awoke to life and freedom. Nehru's words echoed into the dawn of a new era. The tricolor was hoisted, not just as a piece of cloth, but as the breath of a nation that had survived the weight of empires. The journey of 1947 remains a complex legacy of triumph and tragedy, reminding us of the resilience and the enduring spirit of a people.